Hi, welcome to Abdur Instructor, and I hope you are well. Let's talk about your ADI Part 3 test. One of the questions always comes is that in the test, when I'm doing my ADI Part 3 test, and when my learner or the candidate is driving, what do I do? Do I just sit there and do nothing, or do I help? What kind of questions should I be asking? What is open question? What is closed question? Basically, what they're saying is that do I just sit there and do nothing, or do I have to do something? Do I help? How do I help? What kind of help should I be giving to the learner in ADI Part 3 test? And this is why I always say that do you understand what is ADI Part 3 test? Do you have a picture in your mind what is ADI Part 3 test? Is it something only on the day you do, or is it something that you should already know? What is ADI Part 3 test? Unless you know what is ADI Part 3 test, it is going to be difficult for you to pass the ADI Part 3 test. First of all, you need to understand what is ADI Part 3. You need to get a picture in your mind what is ADI Part 3. Only then you could go and pass. Other than that, you're just going to go and you're confused. You don't know what is ADI Part 3 test. The reason I say that is because the question tells me that. If you ask me, what do I do? How do I help? Do I just sit there and do nothing? It tells me you have no clue of ADI Part 3 test. So let's talk about that. Let's break it down so you fully understand what is it that you need to do and what is ADI Part 3 and what kind of help should you be giving. Should you just sit there and do nothing? Let's talk about that. Let's break it down. Okay. So first of all, you're going to go to the test center, take the people with you. In the center, you're going to go in, park your car. The people or the candidate is going to be in the car. You go and you take your seat in the office. The examiner comes out, calls your name. You go and give them the license, tell them that it is you. They're going to go through the papers. They're going to ask you a few questions. They're going to ask you to read and sign and all that. Okay? They're going to ask you what kind of people did you bring with you today? What are you going to be teaching them? So you give them a brief what you are about to do today. They've got a problem with roundabouts. They've got a problem with meeting situation. They've got a problem with junctions. So this is what we are going to work on today to make it better. Done. Where is the car? Over there. Done. Then you're going to go into the car. You come into the car, take your seat in your instructor seat. The examiner goes in back of your car. They're going to sit at the back. Okay? You've got your learner or the candidate sitting in the driver's seat. Done. You come in. How do you start the lesson? So then you start the lesson by saying, we've already spoken. We already know what we're going to do today. Can you just remind us what we talked about? What are we going to be doing today? What is it that you want to do today? So hopefully they're going to say whatever the problem you've already spoken. Remember, you've already had a lesson. You've already spoken what you're going to be doing today. So the candidate already knows. You don't have to act. You don't have to be fake. You don't have to fake it. You don't have to stage it. They already know. So the examiner already knows that you've had a lesson. You've already spoke about what you're going to be doing today. So the candidate already knows. What they're doing now is reminding what you're going to be doing today with them. Okay, so hopefully they're going to say we spoke about we're going to be doing roundabouts. Okay, so what is the problem with roundabouts? The problem is the judgment on my right. I can't get it right. I need to work on that. Or approach speed or the lane, whatever the problem you spoke about, that's what you're going to be, and that's what hopefully they're going to remind, and you're going to talk about that. Okay, so you've got a problem, cars coming from your right, you can't do the judgment right. You want to get that right, so we're going to work on that. So the problem you have is on the roundabout, approaching roundabout, judging the space or the distance from the car on your right. That's what we're going to be working on today. So that is going to be our lesson for today. Then you could say to them, what do you think in the scale of 10 at the moment, the approach speed or the judging on your right, what would you say you are at the moment in scale of 10? They might say 3 or 4. Then you're going to say, hopefully by the end, that should be more. And that is your goal. That's why you're going to be trying to achieve more than what you've set out in the beginning. So in the beginning, if it was 3 or 4 in this scale, you want that to be 6, 7, 8, 9, higher than what you set out when you started. Okay? So then you're going to say, okay, we're going to move up from here, go to a place where there are roundabouts. It'll be about 3 to 5 minutes drive. So will you be okay to drive from here by yourself? Hopefully they're going to say yes. Okay, that's fine. You drive, John or Ahmed, whoever you are. You drive, taking responsibility. If you need my help, I will help you. Other than that, I want you to drive by yourself because you know how to drive the car. So you're going to drive from here by yourself to the place where we're going to do the roundabouts. And as you're driving, if you need help, I will help you. So then they start the car and they start driving. What you are doing now is you are sitting and you are watching what are they doing. Remember, you've already said they're going to be doing the driving. They don't need your help. If they do, you'll help them. So they're driving. They've started the car. You are sitting. You are watching. The examiner is watching your action, their action. You're looking ahead, you're looking at the people. Remember, you need to look at the surroundings, what's happening, and the action of the people. Okay? So, for example, the learner is driving at the end of the road. You said go left or right. You are sitting and you are watching what they do. If the road is or the junction is closed, that's the surrounding you know is closed. What is their action? What are they doing? Are they preparing to go and stop there? If it's a stop line, are they going to go and stop there? If it's a giveaway line, an open junction, how are they approaching? Are they approaching to stop? If it's open, there's no one coming, how are they approaching? Because if it's open and there's nobody there, they don't have to stop, do they? So you are watching and see what they're doing. If they make a mistake, that's when you help. Other than that, you just sit there and do nothing. So for example, you said next road on the left. They're driving and you said next road on the left. Now, you're not going to tell them, are you? Look at the mirror, put the signal on, look at the... You're not going to do that, are you? Because remember, you're not teaching them that. They already know how to go left. So you are watching by sitting, okay? You sit and you watch. Now you are watching, because you said next on the left, did they look at the mirror? Did they put the signal on? Did they put the signal on time? Or did they do it too early or too late? Because if any of those, you're going to help, right? So say they didn't look at the mirror, what are you going to do? Okay, for you to go left, which mirror should you be checking? Oh yeah, top and left mirror. If they don't signal, then what are you going to do? Do you need to let others know that you're going left? Oh yeah, I need to put the signal on. If the position is bad, what are you going to do? What should the position be to go left? Other than that, you just sit there and see what they do, because you're not helping them to go left. They know how to go left. Your job is to wait and see if they make a mistake. If they do, that is your job to help. You said next road on the right. You look at them and see, do they look at the mirror, top and right mirror? Did they put the signal on? What's the position? What's the speed? If it's a manual car, did they go down to second gear? What's the speed? Is it too high or too low? If the speed is too high, you're going to help them. What do you think the speed was? Do you think it was a bit too high? What do you think it could have been? You give them a question. If they don't get it, you help them. You could do that while the car is driving. Small problems, you don't stop them. The other question is, do I always have to stop them and explain to them? If the problem is small, they didn't look at the mirror, you're not going to stop them and tell them, you didn't look at the mirror. You could do that while they're driving. Yes? So all the small ones, so the position is bad, they didn't look at the mirror, they didn't put the signal on. All those things, you don't have to stop them and tell them. You don't have to explain. If they already know. All they need is a prompt question, an open question, see if they got it. If they get it, that's fine. If not, you're going to help them while they're driving. So for example, they didn't look at the mirror to go left. So you say to them, for you to go left, should you be looking at the mirror? Oh yes, which one? Top and left. Done. If they say, oh, I don't know, then there's a problem. Then you have to say, okay, to go left, which mirrors do you need to check? Top and left mirror. Why? Somebody behind, somebody on the side. You explain to them. Okay? So it's not about, do I need to help them? It's about wait and see what they do. If they make a problem, then what do? You fill the gap. They're driving. The road has plenty of parked cars. They're too close to parked cars when they're driving. What do? Okay, parked cars. How much space should you be giving to parked cars? Oh, yeah, doors width. Okay, I should be a little bit more away from them. If you're too close, what could happen? I could take the wing mirror. Or if they open the door, I'm going to take the door. So they know. Okay, if they do make a mistake, help them with a question and then see their understanding. Give them a question, see their understanding. Do they understand the risk behind it? For example, they're driving in the middle, parked car on both sides, they're too close to the left. You say to them, what is the distance from the car? How much space should you be giving to parked cars? So hopefully they're going to say one door space. Why is that? Oh, if they open the door. So they know the reason behind. You're not telling them to do something and they don't know the reason behind it. The reason we give one door space to park cars, so if they open the door, we're not going to take the door. Also, if you're too close, you're going to take the wing mirror. That's the risk, isn't it? So do they understand the risk if they make a mistake? Other than that, you just let them drive and see what they do. If they do everything right, you just watch and see, that's fine. You look at the surroundings and you look at the people. Their action, is it related? Is it matching what is in the surrounding? For example, there's a traffic light coming up. So that's the surrounding, right? You're driving, traffic light coming up, and it's green. So now you look at the people, it's green. I'm looking at the people. What is their action according to the green traffic light? Are they speeding up? Is the approach speed good? Do they know how to approach a green traffic light? So the surrounding is the traffic light. What is the action of the people dealing with the traffic light? That's what you're doing. If the approach speed is bad, what do? You intervene and you help them. Okay, traffic light is green. What could happen? Or you could change. If it does change, what could happen? I'll have to brake. Okay, how am I going to approach? How are you going to approach? Oh yeah, if it does change, I'm going to approach in a way. If it does change, I could stop. So you're giving them questions as they approach. You solve the problem. What if your speed is too high, traffic light is green, and then it changes all of a sudden when you're near to the line? What could happen? Oh yeah, I might stop suddenly in an emergency, and the car behind could be very close. That could be a problem. You see, you're giving them, helping them with questions. So the answer is, it's not about what kind of question should I be asking, what kind of help should I be giving. It's all about sitting and watching, see what they do. Look at their action. Is the action related to the problem on the road? If not, you intervene, you give them a question, you help them. The road is the surrounding. On the learner or the candidate driving, is it related? Their driving, is it related to the road? Is it related to the surroundings? There are parked cars. Are they giving them door space? Traffic light is green. Are they approaching the way they should? At the end of the road, going left or right, do they understand? Is that open or closed? How are they approaching? Stop line coming up, stop sign coming up. Are they approaching in a way for them to stop? Did they stop? For them to go right, where is the position? For them to go left, where is the position? For them to go left and right, are they doing the MSPSL routine? If not, what do? You give them a question to fill the gap. And then you are solving the problem, which is the roundabout. So then you're going to help with the roundabout, right? So now the roundabout coming up. You say to them, roundabout coming up. First few roundabouts, I'm going to help you. I'm going to guide you looking on your right, how to judge. And after first few, you're going to do it yourself. So roundabout coming up, we're going to go first exit on the left. So hopefully they're going to do the mirrors. They're going to put the signal on because they already know that. They know which lane. If not, you remind them which lane. And then you say to them, where do you look now? Look on your right. Is there anyone on your right? Can you see anyone on your right? Who has priority? They do. If the car is on your right, do you have the gap to go? If you're not sure, what are you going to do? Go to the line, stop, go to first gear if you're driving a manual car. Keep looking on your right. The gap is there now. First gear, clutch control and go. That's first done. Go to the next roundabout. Okay, next roundabout coming up. On that roundabout, we're going to go third on the right. Okay, maybe third on the right. You say to them, what's the first thing you do? Okay, hopefully they're going to do mirror, mirror. If not, you remind them, look at the mirrors. Okay, what's next? Put the signal on. Which lane? Right lane. Done. Where do you look on your right? Do you have the gap? Can you see on your right? Is there a gap there? Is that big enough for you to go? If not, what are you going to do? Go to the line and stop. Done. There's nobody coming now. Go in the roundabout. Inside the roundabout, which lane? Right lane. Keep signaling right. And then you do the roundabout. You've done few. The next one come up. Okay, now that we've done few, let's see if you could do it yourself. Okay, so what's the first thing you do? Mirror, mirror. Check the position. Check the speed. And then what do? Look, are they looking on their right? Did they get the judgment right? You've done one, do another one. Another one comes up. Okay, now let's see if you could do this one by yourself. And then you say to them, give them the direction and see if they could do it. So you ease out. First few, you help them, and then you ease out helping and see if they could do it themselves. And by the end, they should be okay. And then at the end, you go to the test center and hopefully you're going to ask them, how is it? What do you think now? The roundabouts now, if I give you the scale of 10, what is it now? How do you feel? Hopefully they're going to say more than what they said in the beginning, more than 4 or 3, what they said in the beginning. Doesn't have to be 10. As long as it's more than what you set out, that's all. Okay, so if you set out the problem was scale of 3, maybe in scale of 10 maybe it was 3 or 4, and now they're in 6 or 7. Doesn't have to be 10, doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it's more than where you started, that's all. Okay, so I hope you get a picture in your mind what is ADI Part 3. I always say that unless you get a picture in your mind, unless you fully understand what is ADI Part 3, it is always going to be difficult. Okay, and we do have an online course coming up for ADI Part 3. It's in the making at the moment, it's coming up. Hopefully it's going to come soon, and if you need help you could always join the course for your ADI Part 3 test. So it's in the making, like I said. Hopefully it's going to be ready soon. If you want me to remind you when the course is ready, do share your email on the comment and I will let you know, and I'll put you on the waiting list. As soon as it's ready, I'll let you know. I hope this helped. Thank you for watching and hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.